I'm on Throop today. It's very low and stale, and I'm fishing a little waggler, 2.5 BB with a 16, and this is the only place I found any fish. There's dace and roach topping out there. I'm starting to get a few dace and roach on a little waggler, fine wire 16, and quite fun fishing. I tried earlier on a bit further down in a very fast swim with the pellets, and all I could get was minnows, and that was it. I saw a pike down there. There's been a pike has moved the fish out there. Lots of bites here on tears now, but very interesting fishing. You've got to strike hard enough to hit them, but not so hard the float comes flying out of the water, which, as it's only set 2.5 foot deep, and just feeding a bit of hemp every go, and the fish are there. In fact, the best tactic seems to be bait up, drop it close in, feed, and then fish. Because if you cast and then feed, it's the fish are on it already. But yeah, it could, with a bit of luck, a fun hour fishing. But other people on the water are struggling quite badly. It's definitely very stale, got a sort of grey colour. The weeds dying back. I say a couple of people have just packed up. Fishing with my Allerton stick float rod, but it's such a versatile rod. You can fish a waggler with it, no bother at all. And I've got some 2.5 pound Daiwa line on here. Looks like we've got a swan moors here coming. Oh, forgot to do it right then. That one wouldn't let go. Not tiny dace. Nothing big yet, but some of the fish aren't too bad. I thought that was swan wars, but it is a pair, I think. Yeah, really tricky stuff. I've travelled very light today. I've just brought half a dozen floats and only the one camera. And lots of bites, are just hitting it as soon as it hits the water, because it's about 15 to 20 yards out. Oops, bounce that one. And you've got to be striking a sort of swim that I think 5 hours of this will be worn out. A pair of kingfishers going daft down there at the moment. When you hit a fish, you've got to lift it over the weed, which isn't too bad. There's a little roach, not very big. This could be a bleak, first bleak of the day. Get out of it, come on. getting slightly bigger, not a lot. Ah, it's a pleasure. They're not that big, 3 or 4 ounces, one maybe 5 or 6. Pleasure getting a few roach on tears, lovely clean fish. Dare say the pike will turn up or something. But, lots of bites out there. It seems to be, as I've fed it for a little while, the roach are coming on more now after a little while. We've just had the osprey come through. I don't believe it. That's the first time I've ever seen one. There's a day to even it up. They're not that big, maybe 3 ounces or something, but chunky little fish. On the upper river I've just had tiny ones, so they're a reasonable stamp. Nice to get a decent fish. They're as quick as lightning out there, and you're going to be fast. For some reason the shot keeps falling off. A bit of a pain. Yeah, just dropping it in close, fire out some hemp and then cast. If you do it the other way, they've had the bait before you've had time to cast. That's all we wanted. Just had a pike top and tail over it. I've managed 16 fish before the pike showed up. He missed that one. I could do without them, and if he becomes a problem, I'm going to pack up. I'm not surprised he showed up. But it's been a bit of interesting fishing, travelling light. I'm so used to carting a massive amount of gear. Maybe I need to sort this light gear out a bit better, because I've got hardly any. I haven't really got the right hooks or float. Just a few more floats and hooks. If that pike's going to be out there, it's going to be a matter of whisking them out fast. It's probably one of the best ones so far. Not very big, but it's a quality fish, and the pike missed it. So quite pleased to have had something today. Oh yeah, bastard. Hooked a pike now, that's all we want. It's coming in, he ain't letting go. Well, he knackered up a roach. It didn't do very well. A very knackered roach. There we are, the pike who hung on long enough to end up in my net. I'm going to put him back up the river. What we've got to do now is sort the mess out. Pike ended up in the net, but he bit in the line broke, but he ended up in the net anyway. So I need a new hook. I haven't got a lot longer to fish now, but there's a dozen roach. If the pike's out of the way, might get a few more. There's obviously ambushing stuff then. Certainly had some variety. There's some minnows, bleak, roach, dace, chub and pike. I've had bream along this stretch, silver bream. Well, the fish are back, so just a matter of plugging away for a few more minutes. I think the interesting thing about today is finding the fish. Most of the river looks devoid, and I walked up the river. The guy was just packing up above me, and just above him there were fish topping out in the middle. And that's where I found these fish. Just trying a bit further out. Get out that weed. This one's determined to go in the weed. Quite a nice one. Another dace. Had quite a run of roach despite that pike. That was more roach than dace. But what's interesting is before I started fishing the swim there were fish topping out there, and since I've been fishing it and started feeding, the fish stopped topping, and yet it's solid with fish out there. I'm very rusty for hemp and tear fishing, but it's been great fun. I was in two minds even to fish. It was so cold this morning. It's starting to warm up now quite quickly. Well, that makes it 30 fish. Nothing that special, but it's been all right. A couple more minutes to go. When said nothing's rising, one's just a nice rise out there now. Just saw the roach turn away then from the bait when I struck. It was sort of knobbling on it. Definitely down to last cast now. I'll get on with fly. Right, that's it. I've had about 30 fish, nigh on 20 roach, about 10 dace, a chublet, a pike and a bleak, not including the minnows. Been great fun. This was Frank Barlow's old Mitchell match that he paid a debt off to someone in Nottingham many years ago. It didn't work very well when I got it. It's still not quite right, but it is quite smooth, and it's obviously caught plenty of fish in its time. Yeah, enjoyable. And travelling light, it's the first time I've done this for ages. I need to look at it. Just I've been a bit short on hooks and maybe a bit more variety of floats, and have another go. Till next time, it's goodbye for now.